Hello, and welcome to the Of Myths and Men podcast, the only podcast to have 3 lawsuits happening simultaneously between the hosts. I am your host, Adam Holcomb, and I'm joined today by co-host Dylan Blumenberg.
What's my lawsuit for?
Something with the contract you asked.
Oh.
Not for sexual harassment?
No, that's
I don't
yours.
even say that.
I don't know what your lawsuits between each other are. And we are happy to have special guest Valia Chahodar with us today.
My lawsuit is because Dylan doesn't like the Spider-Man game.
Jesus Christ.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Which is just, like, what are you
Can
doing, dude?
I hop on that one?
Are you playing the wrong Spider-Man game, maybe?
Were you playing Spider-Man 1 for the PS1?
Yeah.
I heard that one's good.
That one.
Are you playing Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions?
No, that one sucked, though.
I thought that one was alright. There was
I don't
absolutely
even know
no
what that is, to be
adventuring to it, so it kind of sucked. It was all combat.
Are you following around Tobey Maguire with a controller saying do things as you press buttons? Maybe that's what you're doing.
Our podcast brings together 3 unknowledgeable individuals who spend a day pretending to be experts on mythology. Each week, we will discuss a different god or creature, rotating out the lead mythologist, and we will discuss its habits, its attitudes. We will tell a tale, and we will end on a debate on who would win in a mythological fight club. And today's lead mythologist is myself, and I will be discussing a creature from Slavic lore. And by creature, I mean it's a woman. It's an old woman. She's sometimes referred to as a witch. She's very powerful. Any guesses?
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Close. I said old woman, though, not teenage woman.
Isn't she like 600, though?
Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yeah, she's like...
Didn't
like
think
that,
so.
That weird old where you're actually young, but you're old, you know?
There's a new Sabrina the Teenage Witch coming to Netflix. I'll watch it and let you know. But I didn't think so.
Who's playing Sabrina?
I don't know. Some blonde girl?
Nice.
My creature is actually Baba Yaga.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Baba Yaga. And she's from Slavic folklore, as I said. And she is a supernatural being who appears as a deformed being.
Bees?
Being who appears as a deformed and or ferocious looking woman. I want to take a moment, since you both seem pretty familiar with Baba Yaga.
I've seen the movie.
To take a second to each discuss our favorite Baba Yaga moment.
Well,
Dylan, what's yours?
I gotta be honest, that movie is the only thing I know about it, that Australian movie. But that movie was... I feel like people said it was so scary. The movie is not that scary.
I haven't seen that movie.
I like in Failure to Launch when Bradley Cooper, I think he gets like a squirrel, or Matthew McConaughey has like a squirrel bites him on his finger, and he goes to the hospital. I think that was the best part of Failure to Launch, starring Matthew McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker and Bradley Cooper.
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
That was my favorite part of the Baba Yaga.
Mine
You've
is...
got this. Go ahead.
I quite enjoy a similar moment in Ant-Man and the Wasp, one of the best MCU movies there is, when the guy just goes, Baba Yaga!
I like the MCU.
Is Dylan just seething right now?
Probably has to come on some lettuce and eat it to calm down.
Callback. Oh yeah, we should probably mention that I'm still sick after a week.
Still got the AIDS.
Yep. It'll never go away.
Alright, so more on Baba Yaga. Her name comes from Old Russian, where Baba translates to midwife, sorceress, or fortune teller. Kind of a little bit of each. And Yaga is a little bit more complicated because it could mean any of the following in just as many languages. So I will list off every meaning it could be. Horror, shudder, chill, anger, witch, legendary evil female being,
Bean?
wicked wood nymph, dryad, evil woman,
Wicked wood nymph.
fury,
You know what I'm saying?
fury, disease,
She has sex a lot.
bean,
Bean?
illness, to abuse continuously, to belittle, to exploit,
How long is this list?
to bean, doubt,
Is that a verb now?
worry, or pain. Any of those.
What about when I said anus?
It could mean anus too. I skipped that one because you said it.
Yeah, but like, what about it?
What about it? Some say her
What about
her
it?
deformed face looks like an anus. She has a face anus. A
I'd kiss
fanus.
it.
She
Give it a
is.
smooch, lad.
If you wish to, I know the perfect charity.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation?
No, you're not dying. The wish is for kisses.
Could be. You don't know what sick I've got.
That's true. Maybe you're dying. We'll need to find a repeatable guest after he dies. She is sometimes depicted as one of three sisters who all go by the same name. That being the name Baba Yaga, of course.
Bean?
And the odd thing about this one is that you never see the three sisters in the same place. It's usually like, oh yeah, no, that was my sister who did that.
Like the Olsons.
Yeah, many mythologians believe that she just uses this as an excuse to get out of paying IOUs and claiming it was one of her sisters that owed money, not her.
So is that like I'm Oscar.com?
Yeah. Yes.
So she's just
I'm
stingy?
Oscar.com. What were you saying, Dylan?
She's just stingy?
Yeah, I think so.
What a bitch.
Yeah. So most witches fly around on a broomstick, right? But this witch, she flies around in a mortar, wielding a pestle.
What?
So if you know what a mortar and pestle is, a mortar is like a bowl, and a pestle is like a smusher that you use in the bowl.
It's a good word.
She rides around in that.
So anytime there's like basil around, she's just ready to make some delicious pasta and whatnot.
Yeah. She
Nice.
can smush that basil and anything else you throw her way. So she wields the pestle, which apparently can be used as a weapon if you try hard enough. And she sometimes carries a mop or a broom, which is probably the inspiration for witches going around on brooms. And but she never uses it for flying purposes, usually just to clean up messes after she eats people.
That took a turn.
She has the abilities of shape-changing and prophecy, and she is the Slavic personification of death. We'll get to the eating people thing later. It's important.
What about, like, when you say death, like, people see her when they die, or...
I think she's more of like the poster child.
Oh,
So like her face is on all of the posters that say, "Do you want to die? Do you want to
like
die?"
the sickle for us.
Yeah.
The guy
Yeah.
with the black
The
outfit.
Grim Reaper?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I meant. That's what I wanted to think of. I'm really out of it right now.
It's like the hammer and sickle for us to represent commies.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, a
within
lot of them did die.
commies or commie
Yeah.
supporters or both.
Commies in World War II.
True.
That's one
With
little fact for you, Dylan. Learn something.
Oh, World War II?
Yeah. Not tres. Na uno.
dos.
Dos.
Within her dwelling, Baba Yaga often doesn't wear pants like most of us, and it shows off her bony legs. Some people get to see this. That's why there's a description for it. And she also...
She's not thick.
Yeah, no, she's not. Bony. Very bony.
Disappointing.
And she also likes to stretch out over the stove because she gets cold easily. Because she's so bony.
What type of stove she got?
Like a wood-burning stove.
Oh, okay.
Like that kind. She dwells in the forest. Yes, not a forest. The forest.
The entire forest?
Yeah, whatever. I don't know which forest this is, but there's been a lot of debate about which forest is the forest.
I imagine it's just like a really large field where everyone ever named Forrest just stands still. So you got like Forrest Whitaker in there, and you just have to like navigate around them.
They get to
Forrest
pilgrimage for
Griffin's in
60
there.
years,
Fighting people.
and then they have to return.
Hey, is she pretty good friends with the Leshen?
I don't think so, because the Leshen supports life, and she supports death. They might be a little against each other, but who knows?
Would she
You'll
go
have to
on a
ask her.
boat with Hermes?
I think Hermes would be afraid to go on a boat with her.
Because she's ugly?
Because she has
Yeah.
diseases.
Also, she's a crazy sorceress lady.
I mean, Hermes is a god, plus he has a boat.
Eh,
Was she going to say no?
eh.
She can't say no.
She lives she lives in a hut where she dwells. It's a hut that is actually described as standing on chicken legs. So it's literally a hut, and it's held up by 2 chicken legs, and she can move around.
Like
Yeah,
normal
they
size
walk.
chicken legs?
No, they're pretty big. They're
Okay.
they're supportive of the house, and then they just walk around.
Is there a chicken head?
There's no chicken head. Fun fact: I was reading, do androids dream of electric sheep, which is what the movie Blade Runner is based off of. And at one point, they're talking about someone being a chicken head. The book's weird. They're just like, I'm a chicken head. I don't want to be a chicken head. And it
Quick
means he's
interruption.
dumb.
Quick interruption. Dylan, did you start watching Isle of Dogs again?
No, I opened up Plex to see what you had on there, and it started playing.
This guy's not paying attention.
No. That was before. When did that text come in? That was like more than 15 minutes ago. Yeah, see? We didn't even start the episode.
Just I thought you might have still been watching it.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. The Baba Yaga's in it.
What?
She's in it.
So she lives in this chicken hut, or this chicken-legged hut.
Is there a head, or is it just...
No,
legs?
just the legs. Just the legs.
Is this
Ew,
similar
that's creepy.
to that turtle that Freya uses in God of War?
Freya?
Yeah. Dude, that was a good...
Did I get... Yeah. No. Not... Yeah, kind of. But I mean, the chicken legs aren't that big.
But she's
Like,
got
they're just...
turtle legs.
Like, just take
Have
it...
you seen chicken legs? They're fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do I need to send a picture of this?
Of chicken legs?
Yeah, of Baba Yaga's hut. I'm going to find it.
You just send like a plate of wings.
Those aren't legs, Adam. Those are chicken wings. What are you,
Look
stupid?
delicious.
They're called drumsticks, you silly.
Now you're sending a picture of a hot dog. What is that?
Come on, Adam. Those aren't chicken legs either. Okay, now where does
Not hot
That's
dog.
just my dick.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. So where does the drumstick start and the chicken leg end? You know
In
what I'm
the
talking about?
anus, I think.
I don't think that's right.
Look it up.
Chickens do keep their drumsticks in their anuses.
This is just a New York Times article about chicken feet.
That helps lube them up.
Depending on her mood, on Baba Yaga's mood, which is ever-changing, she can either be helpful or a hindrance to those who run across her, whether it's by accident or if they seek her out on purpose.
Can she waterbend?
No,
It's too bad.
maybe. I don't know.
Do you remember that episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
The
where they
blood
meet that
bending?
lady? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've been imagining this entire time you've been talking. That lady.
Yeah, she could probably do something like that. She can apparently smell the Russian scent on visitors if they're Russian. I'm guessing we can take a moment to kind of guess what this smells like. I'm guessing stale vodka.
What if it's just right on the border, like a Georgian?
She can't smell
It's just-
them.
Are you talking about
No.
Georgia, the city?
Or the
I'm talking
state.
I'm talking about Georgia pizzas, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
The monument. Georgia the monument.
You got it.
I was watching Community today, and Troy. They were doing the UN.
Capital city Tbilisi. Yeah.
They were doing the UN, and he's like, "I'm from Georgia, y'all. The country, not the state."
I don't remember that at all.
He gets Georgia for the motto UN.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has the country Georgia, and he's like, "I'm from Georgia, y'all."
He does a
country, not
Georgia
the
accent though.
Yeah,
Like he does a Georgia state accent.
I'm from
P's and
Georgia,
Q's.
y'all. Yes,
I'm gonna say
and
sadness.
she also eats
Fires.
people. They smell like sadness and fires.
Yeah, they smell like fires
Makes
that you
sense.
light inside, in like an oil drum. It's too cold.
I saw a video from Russia the other day where some guy stuck his tongue to a pole
Oh yeah.
and it got stuck, and it just like zoomed in and he's like pulling and it's like stuck there and he's like ah, and then it zooms out and there's just another guy with boxing gloves and he punches him in the head, tears the
That
tongue
fucking
off the
sucks.
pole.
That'd be awful.
It's just like fucking Russia, man. Crazies. So Baba Yaga enjoys eating people who annoy her. So it's very important that when you go and visit her, you answer all of her questions correctly. She has a very set way in which they have to be answered, and you always have to tell the truth.
Is one of her questions Georgia the country or the state?
Yeah, and that's the one that usually gets people.
Nice.
It's like a holy hand grenade type situation.
Yeah. So that those that are not instantly eaten or killed by some other awful curses, they must succeed at horrifying and awful trials given by Baba Yaga in order to receive her gift of wisdom. So she created a fence around her perimeter of her house. I don't know how it keeps moving. She must have to pick it up and bring it with her. But the fence is made from the bones of those who failed her trials.
What about when she's just starting out? She
Like in
doesn't
her
have
early
any-
days, it wasn't
Yeah.
really a fence. It was just some warning
Just
posts.
has like a skull on a stick.
Yeah, it was a lot less exciting.
Chicken skull?
No, human.
What about mosquito bones?
Mosquitoes don't have bones.
That's what you think.
I've eaten a mosquito, and you kind of have to like when
Chew
you're eating
around 'em.
fish, you can taste the bones.
Have you ever seen that video of the African country that like they would grease up their pans and swing them around when there's like bugs out,
Oh,
like
yeah.
mosquito-like bugs, and then
Oh,
like
man.
mash them into burgers and cook them?
That's so gross. But the
Gross.
bugs were so thick.
Yeah,
Oh,
thick
TH.
and zesty. Her trials are to get the right answers and motivations from her visitors, and if she doesn't like the answers or the motivations, she eats them. She likes eating people, guys. She likes it
Really?
a lot. That's why there's an entire fence made out of bones of the people she's eaten. One of the visitors of Baba Yaga has described her as one of the most memorable and distinctive figures in Eastern European folklore. That was on her Yelp review. It's pretty good.
Has she seen Max Keeble's Big Move?
She did. I actually have a review from Baba Yaga right here.
Really?
Let me get to it. This is a review from Baba Yaga on Max Keeble's Big Move.
Let's
Slapstick humor and fun premise kids will love. 4 out of 5.
That's pretty good, actually.
I agree.
She moonlight as a movie critic?
Not a lot of people visit her. It's very hard to get to her part in the forest, so she's got to do something on the side.
She's got her old VHS player with the Russian copy of Max Keeble.
The only one.
It's slightly better than the English one.
I remember that movie though. The girl that's in it that plays the girl he likes. I don't know if she's a big actress now, but she's quite attractive.
Interesting.
I like the Baba Yaga. Yeah.
Alright, we'll move on to the tale that I have for you fellas. Mythology
Attractive
was...
now, not
What?
not when she was 14.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Good clarification.
Mythology was created through an early form of storytelling, so we like to spend a little bit of time delving into a tale that involves our subject. We will be a little bit more in-depth with analyzation to better understand the story, and each week you'll have a tale to bring home to tell your old witch, the guy she's eating, the skulls that make up her fence, or the chicken legs of her hut.
Who's eating her, though? Am I right? High five.
Gilbert Grape.
Ew. Gilbert Grape?
Johnny Depp's eating her out?
Yeah. Gross.
It's disgusting. It's
Ew.
disgusting.
So this is the story of Vasilisa and her visit to Baba Yaga. Vasilisa was given a doll by her mother who was ill and dying. The mother told Vasilisa that she needed only ask the doll for help and it will show the way. And then the mom died. Vasilisa's father remarried several years later to a woman who had 2 daughters. In a very Cinderella-esque way, Vasilisa's new stepmother and stepsisters were absolute bitches and abused her constantly when her father wasn't looking. One day, while Vasilisa's father is out, the stepmother accidentally lets the fire go out, which is basically a death sentence for them, because apparently they need a flame to relight it, and they let that flame go out, so there's no way to relight this flame. And that's for their food, their heat, everything. So they're gonna die if they don't get the flame. So the stepmother requests to Vasilisa, please go to Baba Yaga to get the flame to relight the fire. And yes, it was just that complicated to relight a fire. Apparently this is pre-matches. Vasilisa agrees to go and takes her mother's doll and leaves. After she's gone, the stepfamily cackles. Sure that Baba Yaga will kill the young Vasilisa and get them out of her way. Presumably, they can just relight the fire maybe now. Maybe it was all just a fuckery. But we'll move on with Vasilisa, because that's the focus of our story. Vasilisa consults her mother's doll, which tells her how to get to Baba Yaga's hut. It actually would jump up and down whenever she guessed the right way. So she'd be like, do I go forward? And it'd be like, hop, hop, hop. And she'd go forward. When she arrives, she sees a horrifying bone fence and a chicken-legged hut. Then a horrifying old woman, flying in a not-so-horrifying mortar, approaches her, demanding to know what the young girl wants. Vasilisa tells Baba Yaga that she is here for fire, and Baba asks why she should give it to her. Vasilisa, not sure how to answer, asks the doll for advice. Following its advice, she responds with, because I ask it. Which surprises Baba Yaga and Adam, the reader of this, because that seems like a real bitchy answer, but it's the correct one. Baba Yaga invites her inside the hut and tells her to get fire. Tells her that to get fire, she must complete the tasks ahead of her. If she fails, Baba Yaga will eat her. Eat her, not eat her out. Just want to clarify that.
She'll do that after.
After, yeah. After she eats her?
Yeah. Leaves the vag alone.
Gross. Days go by as she completes each challenge, and they get more and more difficult. The doll helping her to complete each one. So the doll's giving her a major boost of help, giving her ideas, giving her clues, tips, hints, and Baba Yaga is shocked that she's doing so well. Apparently not realizing that she keeps talking to a doll that's giving her all the right answers. So Baba Yaga allows Vasilisa to ask any questions, warning her that too much wisdom will make her old. So she asks 1 or 2 questions, gets her answers, but the doll stops her from asking any more when she tries. So Vasilisa declines any more wisdom, saying that it will make her old. And Vasilisa is shocked at her wisdom and says, good job. So Baba Yaga, pleased with how everything has gone, gives the girl a flaming skull and sends her off. Now Vasilisa, holding this flaming skull, is terrified of it. It's creeping her out. And even the comforting comments of the skull saying everything will be fine doesn't reassure her, because now it's talking to her. So she rushes home quickly to find a shocked stepfamily. They were sure that she was dead for the days that she's been gone. And that night, after she relights the flame, the skull watches closely the way that the stepfamily abuses Vasilisa and when they go to bed, the skull burns the stepmother and the two stepsisters to ash, killing them instantly before the morning's lights.
Jeez.
Why would it do that?
Because it likes Vasilisa.
The skull does?
Yeah, it was protecting her.
What the fuck type of story is this?
That was
Slavic.
convoluted.
Yeah.
It does get a little wacky.
Like that was you were throwing up things I had no idea were coming.
Name 3.
Just like Set.
The Mona Lisa smile on DVD. Then there was like a harpy, I think.
Yes, all of those things were in the story. I'm glad you listened closely.
We should watch Mona Lisa smile right now. Julia Roberts is fantastic.
Alright.
She couldn't be the Baba Yaga because
You're Baba Yaga.
she's too great.
We'll move right on into our Fight Club section. Because that's what we do. One of the
because
things...
I said to.
No, you never
Hold
said
on,
your Fight
Adam.
Wait until we get his permission, Adam.
All right, now you can go to Fight
Do
Club.
it. Do your patent. Fight!
Fight!
Oh, yes.
It's pretty good.
I've missed that. One of the things people love to debate about is who would win in a fight? A glass of milk or a jar of pickle juice?
Depends what they're used for.
Drinking?
Oh, I thought you were just going to keep
think
going.
a jar of pickle juice.
So in our Fight Club section, we indulge ourselves and talk about who would win in a mythological fight to the death. We will pit this week's subject against one we discussed in earlier podcasts, with our lead mythologist, myself, defending the creature, Baba Yaga. And I get to challenge either Dylan or Valia.
Who are you going to pick, Adam?
Oh, this is a hard one. I'm going to pick Valia.
Oh, I was going to do
Good
my song
choice.
thing while you were thinking.
So I get to
Sorry.
moderate?
I was too quick. Yeah. So while you're thinking of the creature,
Dusk.
and also, hey, well, hang on. We gotta come up with stuff. So we gotta come up with the stats for Baba Yaga. And if you weren't aware, we come up with stats for our creatures. When we talk about them, these are the real life stats. We're right down in the mud, just in grime, pulling them out.
We study these creatures for hundreds of years, compile all the data needed to really get to the bones.
I have read every piece of article that has ever come out on Baba Yaga.
I subscribe to the New York Times.
Did you say piece of article?
Yep.
All right.
So
The headline.
we calculate through vast scientific methods that are hard to describe
Guessing.
Through the vast deference.
these stats, and we've narrowed it down to 4 categories: strength, speed, intelligence, and durability. All of these stats can be found of creatures that we talked about on our wiki on our website, www.mythsandmen.com, and then click wiki. So let's talk about Baba Yaga's stats. I think for strength, she's an old woman, but she's a crazy sorceress. So I say she's still equal to human strength. 3.
I say she's an Uno.
No, 1?
If she's old, like in her power is sorcery, that doesn't mean she can lift.
But she's like a magical being.
Yeah. And craziness
So I
has
still
got to
feel
count
like
for
3.
something.
That is true. All right.
So I'm going to say 3.
It's like
3
retard
it is.
strength,
Have I ever told you about that?
Retard strong, retard strength, and sex nuts.
What?
I don't remember. It's from It's from Clerks, Clerks 2, where they're talking about someone being sex nuts and retard strong.
So speed-wise, okay, we're going back to speed. Baba Yaga flies around in a mortar, which I gotta imagine is very fast. So I'm gonna say 4.
It's not very aerodynamic though.
Yeah, that's why it's only a 4.
Oh, okay.
It's magic, so it like flies around quickly, but it's still a 4.
It's heavy. Sure.
And this breaks our streak of characters having 7 for speed.
Nice.
Fun fact.
7.
You ever seen that movie Lucky Number
7?
Pineapple
Slavin.
Express?
Her intelligence, I believe, is a 7. I think she's filled with vast intelligence and wisdom. I want to even go to 8, but if you guys can argue me down, I'll stay at 7.
Yeah, I'll take a 7. I'm not in the mood for arguing.
Same.
But I mean, then I would go 8.
No,
I said you have
it's
to
a 7.
argue me down.
That's a
All
7.
right.
Too much.
You argued me down. And durability, I mean, she's a magical being. I believe she actually has a durability all the way up to 6, despite her old age.
All right.
All right.
If she were a condom, she'd be a Duralast. Got it.
Yes. Her vulnerability is correct answers.
Georgian accents.
Georgian
My Q's
accents.
and Q's.
And her special is shape changing and prophecy and sorcery.
And what?
Shape changing, prophecy, and sorcery. Probably only keep sorcery though, because prophecy is not usable in battle.
She can predict what's going to happen, right?
True. So it's still usable in battle.
So you need to be really clever to trick her. To trick this old bag. How old is she?
Correct.
600.
Probably. Ish. She doesn't.
She shares
She always tells people she's 52, but
50. What?
Prime years.
52, but she's probably closer to like 692.
One of those girls, huh?
Yeah.
She's a woo girl.
Yeah.
Woo!
She what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Can't read mine, sorry.
She can. Oh no, she can't. She prophecy. That's right. Go on. Go on.
I can't go on with. What is this?
All right,
go on.
So she's
Why
got
is
a
this
20.
dog's face here?
Go on.
It's Tim Allen
In the Santa Claus?
in the Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen.
In the Santa Claus?
The Shaggy-
So, Dylan is moderator, and who will Valia's creature or creatures be?
Well, Shrika's a 20. That would be alright.
20.
Otherwise,
Shiga,
I don't know.
Cuckoo,
Should we pull back an old favorite, the Leprechaun?
leprechaun.
Make him fight with a headless man? Did we already
I
do
feel
that
like
before?
Leprechaun and Headless Man against each other or with each other?
Let's say they don't like... Can we do, like, they're not crazy about each other either?
Can we not do Leprechaun since that's not really a released episode?
Let's do... Who else is a weak bitch? I don't know. We got it. Let's do another human.
The basilisk.
No. That would be
Kukulin.
sex nuts. There you go.
Let's do Hermes.
You know what? Let's do the Kukulin. Because I don't remember that thing at all.
Are you serious?
They're both
That's the
humans,
thing
right?
that would turn into like Hulk
And-
and just slaughter entire
Oh, okay,
armies.
Yeah, let's not do that.
It's not that strong.
All right, let's do Striga.
Striga.
But it's like
Striga. Yeah.
Dawn. We always use that Dawn thing. It's coming up.
Do it.
So,
Set the scene.
Dawn.
That's it?
are we inside, outside?
I don't know.
Are we living La Vida Loca?
Yeah. We're in an island city of Miami
Bienvenidos.
during spring break. Living La Vida Loca. Dawn.
Okay.
So,
All the
quick
drunks are
recap.
out.
Striga stats. They're a little stronger than humans. They can easily beat a human in a 1-to-1 battle. They are a strength of 5, a speed of 5, an intelligence of 3, a durability of 7, because they are some sort of vampire-ish creature. One of them, the famous one, Yurei, actually really likes the movie Max Keeble's Big Move. This is where Max Keeble's Big Move started. Their vulnerabilities are neck breaks, decapitation, silver, sun, and snakes. And their
3
special...
S's.
Yeah, the 3 S's. And their special is a neck break attack. You can break someone's neck quickly.
It's also vulnerability, but it's also special.
Yeah.
That's why it's so
That's why
good.
2 Strigas are a tie.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the Striga has been in 3 battles now, and has won 2 and lost 1.
Woo.
Woo!
Fight.
I run at the Baba Yaga with full force.
Full force?
Full force. And attempt neck break attack.
It lands. Game over.
I'm sitting pretty in my mortar, and I fly upwards, and whack him on the head with my pestle as he passes by.
You know,
You boop me?
boop.
I boop.
You know the sound that what's-his-name's Cloud made from Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm imagining. This mortar sounds like. Yeah. Like that. Like someone tonguing a drain.
Nimbus! I'm going to call the flying Nimbus, and I'll reach you in the sky, and then we'll fight.
Right.
Does the Nimbus come?
No.
Nimbus!
No Nimbus.
It's too bad. It's too bad. Anyway, so yeah, you dodged my attack.
And I boop you.
God, you're the worst. I go on.
I feel like my next great attack is to prophesize what you're going to do.
Yeah.
And then I use some sorcery
What you gonna do? What you gonna
to
do?
make chicken legs
with all that
sprout
junk?
from the back of your back.
Oh, that's funny.
You're making
I'll
chicken
get
legs
you,
sprout
get
from
you
where?
drunk.
The back of his back.
What does that do?
He now has chicken legs on his back that throw him off balance.
I thought the shape changing was that was sorcery?
Yeah, that was some sorcery
Are
spell.
these some
Yeah.
full-size chicken legs or house-sized chicken legs?
House sized.
Well then that makes me bigger so I can reach you in
No,
your
no, no,
fucking
no.
little mortar.
It doesn't make you bigger.
How wouldn't that make me bigger?
What? The chicken legs are
House-sized
just huge.
chicken legs are huge.
Yeah, but you're not house-sized.
But I'm on the chicken legs.
But they're on your back.
Oh, I thought they were on my, they replaced my legs.
No,
What
they're
could
on
you
your
not
back.
do?
So I can, lay on my back and have, a support.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you
Perma
want.
bed.
Sure. You can
Permanent
run
bed?
probably faster.
How fast can a chicken run?
Let's Google it.
Hey
fast as
Google,
that cheetah.
how fast can a chicken run?
I'm going to say 8 miles an hour.
On the website animals.mom.me, they say,
Sounds legit.
when it comes to running, a chicken has nothing to be ashamed of, especially when you consider her size.
You are cutting
Yeah,
out.
I
A
didn't
chicken can
hear
run
you.
9
Like a
miles per hour on her little
There we go.
legs, which is slower than your cat and potentially faster than
Did I
your
say
dog,
9?
depending on what breed of dog he is.
9.
I guessed 8. That was pretty close.
So I don't even know how to reach you though, because you can fly. So I'm kind of just
Can't you fly?
no.
It's
I'm
a
waiting
Striga.
for.
Aren't you
I'm
like
waiting.
basically a vampire?
Yeah, I wait this turn for you to come to me.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up and I'm stretching, like doing a type of diver's stretch, and I'm at the edge of my pestle, completely naked. So this is scarring you a little bit.
Remember, this guy harassed his dead wife from the grave.
Are you the same Striga as Yurei?
The one, the only.
Are you gonna be Yurei?
That was the first one, so sure.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're still Yurei.
So I can handle it.
The tale says that you're dead at the end of it, so I win.
That's fair.
The sun
Technically,
is
I'm
I,
dead, so
approaching.
it doesn't matter.
I dive. I do like a perfect form dive,
Yeah.
at you. So I'm coming at you, and when I get really, really close, I transform into a... You've got it. Let me... 1 second. You don't got it.
Hold on.
I got it. I'm turning into a silver dagger with the sun on it and snake handles.
I mean, I'll take one of those.
All right, the silver dagger.
Also,
A big silver dagger.
your pestle crashes into the ground, and you can't use it anymore.
I attempt...
My mortar or pestle?
Both of them. I couldn't remember which was which.
The pestle was what I was wielding. The other one was the one I was flying.
The mortar is like the bowl. The pestle is what you use
Yeah.
to crush ingredients with.
So this
Yeah.
this dagger, what do you do with the dagger?
I turn into a dagger as I'm diving directly at his chest because he's on his back.
Chops lettuce.
And I'm going to stab through him.
All right.
Preferably decapping his tape.
Do you have any defense to that? You're going to break that dagger's neck?
Not really, because it's like right as she hits me and I'm preparing to attack, but then she turns into a silver dagger, so I can't really do much, can I?
Well, I guess that's that. Good
I'm trying to think of
shape-shifting.
it like realistically. I could have, moved out of the way or whatever, but I don't think that quick of a transition would allow me time to move. I don't cheat, is what I'm saying, like Adam.
Danton.
All right.
Baba Yaga has prophecy.
That works.
See, I recorded this episode and listened to it and then went back because I knew what you were going to do. Because this entire show is scripted.
I'll script me punching you in the face IRL, guy. How about we meet at the monkey bars?
Next Thursday.
And I stomp on your legs.
Yeah, I have that planned for next
What are
Thursday.
you going to do with those legs?
You're going to Indomicon-sue my legs.
Text me before you do anything, though. Okay.
Okay. We'll meet up. I'm okay with that.
We'll fight. Big John McCain refereeing. Dylan in there's like a portable toilet, a porta potty. Dylan's in that
Why?
for some reason. He just had to go, and we're gonna fisticuffs.
Fair enough.
Deal.
Nice.
Let's do it.
Nice.
Today we learned about Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga wins.
Thanks for the confirmation, bud.
Yeah.
Today we learned about Baba Yaga. And we learned that she's an evil witch, old lady person who likes to eat people and will give you gifts of wisdom if you answer correctly. We told the tale of Vasilisa, who was being abused by her stepfamily, and was able to get them to be all burned to death by a flaming skull. And we found out that Baba Yaga would outwit a Striga, killing it by turning into a silver dagger and decapitating its taint. I'd like to say once more that we have a website you can visit. It has all of our episodes. It has a link to our wiki. And on that wiki, we have all the information you could ever hope for, almost. It might be updated by now, but I can't guarantee that. And you can check it out at www.mythsandmen.com or www.mythsandmen.com. That joke's never going to get old. If you've enjoyed what you've heard, and you think we did a good job in giving you a laugh or two, especially Dylan and Valia, because they need a little bit of a confidence booster. They've been slacking. Please take a moment to give us a rating and review so that more people can find this podcast and be supportive and raise us up.
Russians, tell us what you smell like in the comments.
Also, don't hack our elections, please.
Please, not again.
Again.
Yeah, you can find us on iTunes at itunes.mythsandmen.com or on Stitcher at stitcher.mythsandmen.com. And tell your friends about us so that you guys can make fun of our ineptitude together. For updated news, you can follow us on Twitter at mythsandmen or on Facebook by going to facebook.mythsandmen.com, which will redirect you to our Facebook page.
If we happen to be your friends, don't tell us about the podcast because we already know about it.
That is true. I already know about this podcast. Don't tell me.
Hey, Adam.
Yeah?
You heard of this podcast?
What podcast?
This one that you're on.
The Of Myths and Men
Yeah.
podcast? I've heard it's fantastic, and everyone should tell all their friends about it.
5 out of 5.
Is this the Talking Dead?
Oh, jeez.
It's not.
Is this what that is?
Yeah. We're not some lame talk show that takes place after the real show.
What if we were?
Yeah,
We just,
what
like, after a random episode of some television show, we're just like, now to discuss that show, and then we just get into mythology.
That's our other podcast.
Yeah. It's this podcast, but we just have a different intro.
Yeah. If you have a suggestion on a creature you'd like us to talk about, you can contact us through the website or by leaving a suggestion in a review. And we hope to see you next week when we talk about something else.
I better be better by then.
The exciting part about next week is that's when Dylan gets back from Japan, so we'll have some Japanese creature, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right,
Don't
Dylan?
get your hopes up.
When are you going to that?
Monday.
Oh, you're leaving on Monday, so we have a couple weeks off then?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
The music you heard on this podcast is called Call to Adventure by Kevin MacLeod from Incompetech.com. It is licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license.
All right. Let's do this. I got some crepes waiting for me.
Grapes.
Ooh,
That's right.
grapes.
Nice.
I need
No, with a C. With a C.
grapes with a C.
No. Grapes with a C. That's GRACES.
What type of
Got 'em.
toppings you got on this?
I mean, they're grapes. I don't know what kind of topping you put on it. You know?